Hello everyone, I'm here to talk about one single LEGO set that has a very long name, so I'm going to actually read it off. It's the LEGO Speed Champions Mercedes-AMG F1W12E Performance and Mercedes-AMG Project 1 set. 2 cars. Came in one box. Well, at least the parts therefore. And lots of stickers. For $30 US, the suggested retail price is what I paid, and I built both of these together live over on Twitch. Now, it doesn't really make sense to look at these two together, so I'm going to focus on the Project 1 first and then get to the Formula 1 car. My first impression of this as a completed car is very positive. It looks very interesting to me as a car fan and as a LEGO fan. Like, I appreciate the overall shape of it, and then as I look at the individual techniques that are used and some of the part choices, the part usage, it starts to become really compelling to me. Like, I want to know more about this. Having already gone through the build experience in the first place, I can tell you it is every bit as good as it looks to put together. Probably a little bit more so, especially because of the fin back here. That's another really special technique that caught me completely off guard, and I love how it went in because it's actually upside down. You attach it with it over here, and then you flip it back, and it just slots into this nice perfect little slot under there, and then it gets locked in. Like, I can bring it out a little bit to show you a little bit more of how it's in there. But I mean, there's practically no gap in there. That's just really cool. The shaping around the front is pretty beautiful. Totally makes sense to me. You know, usually it's the front end and the diffuser section of each car that is the most, well, at least to me, the most interesting. And it's no exception here. What's most interesting in this case is the fact that this uses two spoiler or wing pieces side by side to form the underbody diffuser at the back. That's how big these cars have become. Like, this traditionally was the width. One of these was the width of an entire car back in the day. And now 2 of them fit within the width of a single car. It shows you how far we've come. A lot about this shaping I like very much. The ground effects around the side, the way that the heat extractors are shaped up here, the 2 louvers, that's pretty nice with just some fender pieces there. This right here, the AMG and the grille right there, that is actually a print. That's really nice. That's deluxe. Also, these new pieces for 2022 are printed for the headlights. Much love for that. This is a sticker, and you can see that the gray does not match. The gray background of the sticker does not match. That's really unfortunate. And as you look around the side here, again, the same thing. It's the gray that doesn't match. The teal for the teal color in here is not that bad. It's definitely darker, but it doesn't stand out as much. These stickers here really just should have been cut off right there. Like, have just a little bit of gray border because they need to have some buffer zone, some safe zone. But other than that, the rest up top did not need to be here because you can align to just one edge. I hope that LEGO will improve that in the future. And then, while talking about stickers and alignment and everything, all this right here really bothers me. It doesn't bother me like the Lotus Evija print did, but I feel like so much of the shaping of this car is so good, especially given the fact that it's done with Lego. Like, there's actually roundness to this. There's a lot of roundness, and like this corner back here and everything. But then right in here, all this is supposed to be a nice swooping, kind of rounded shape to the side window area in total. But there's no print down here, and there's no sticker even to continue the gray down, because there should be gray continuing down here. It should taper out, and I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a second looking at the real thing. But also the fact that these stickers cannot be brought together, which makes it look like this is a window, and then this is a separate thing, and then this is a vent. Like, this is an air intake. This, I don't know what it is, and then this is the window here. In reality, that should all look like one thing. It should all go together. It should, wow, that there we go. It should look like that. That's what they were going for. See? And I know that LEGO cannot make things this round and swoopy, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But if you're going to make a set with 1 billion stickers in it and a bunch of prints as well, let's finish the fight here. Let's get something down here that continues the shape rather than having this older style large tall window that feels like it's from a concept car from, I don't know, the mid 1990s. It's just a miss. I really actually want another sticker here just to put on each side. Other than that, this is great. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, the print for the windscreen itself, the print that is there, because I know that Lego can't print down here. I know that by now, so I'm not even going to ask for that. But this gray matches well enough to my eyes, to the plastic. It's not the same, but it's close enough, so no concerns there from me. And then inside of this, really easy to take that off. And this is nice. I like the strip of teal that goes through there. I like the stickers that are used for the center console and the main screen. If that would focus for me, there we go, over on the right. That looks good. Placement of the steering wheel looks fine to me as well. This looks finished well enough, but the shaping in the back is a little bit weird. I've not looked at the interior of the real car here to see just what they were going for with the inclusion of those. Are those supposed to be bolsters? It's just odd that they would leave that on this side as well, the hinge pieces there, but doesn't get in the way of a figure sitting in this spot. So yeah, the interior works as well. One last oddity I need to point out before I move on to the next car is that this fin has stickers on either side. Those stickers are significantly larger. They don't cover the entire fin surface. But they are significantly larger than what is visible here. And down below, there is a teal colored stripe that you just cannot see at all. It's really weird. It could have been smaller and has a whole graphical detail that is completely invisible. Still a good looking car. And then this is the 2021 Formula One car, the first of the 8 wide Formula One cars from Lego. And wow. What an upgrade from the days of 6 wides. This is fantastic as something that's just built from regular Lego pieces. This is fantastic. It looks like the real thing. It ain't perfect. It's not going to be perfect. And I never expect perfection. I just want something to be within the range. I want something to capture all the major notes, all the major design notes, which this successfully does. Once again, it does have a ton of stickers. The wheels, everybody wants to ask about the wheels immediately. The wheels just use those same inserts that Lego first introduced on the Camaro NASCAR. So it is printed, of course, but yeah, it just puts those on there to show you the suggestion of a high profile tire, which works. And the blue represents full wet because they're trying to match up a little bit with the fact that this does have treads on it. Same thing that they did for their McLaren Technic car that came out. That's the first one to represent the 2022 design. They just wanted to have something that was a little bit more realistic there. This has has a bunch of stickers, yes, but it also has some good prints. So the Mercedes logo right there is a printed piece, and there is a spare that you will see towards the end as well. That's a very nice part. The rest of these details you see in here are done with stickers. The teal color is a much better match to the color that Mercedes-AMG uses. Got the halo device there, which you can simply rotate up entirely. I love what they did in the cockpit by using the game controller piece right there, just completely unprinted. Would have been nice to get a print on it, but this is even probably more useful for more different scenarios in the future, so I don't mind that. Try to get a little suggestion of suspension in there. I appreciate the effort, but then the axles here are not great. Yeah, the axles, those are super plain, and they look like just stand-ins. I don't know. Could have been better. This little vertical, I forget the name. It's like a miniature barge board there. It's nice that it's actually there. It's physically modeled there. You know, it's not just a suggestion. There's a full hollow going through there. The use of these minifig hand adapter pieces, the modified stud with bar effectively, I think is really good for the side view mirrors. And let me show you another print. So right there for the intake, that's a printed piece ×2 on the half round tile in dark red. The dark red pieces in this set are consistent. There aren't too many of them. I think there's a little bit more that's buried inside, but it's not bad. I tried to match these stickers here together all to one single vertex on this piece, and it turned out okay. You know, they're intended to be kept gappy, more gappy than that, but I think pulling them together is something that's, you know, it's doable. Fin right here had it just a little bit off, but you know, it's good that there is a nice thin suggestion. It's not perfect again, but I appreciate the effort used there. Again, with the rear suspension, they tried to get a suggestion of some linkages. They got some of the floor here, which looks really good to me. It's supposed to taper a bit towards the rear, but the amount that it would need to taper is so subtle and so small that I don't think it would have been possible without bulking up a whole bunch of additional parts towards the inside of this. So I think this is a compromise, and I'm perfectly okay with it. The multi-deck, multi-level wing at the back actually has the gap beneath the DRS flap there. This is fully sculpted up in multiple dimensions. That's good. You got the sticker on the back. You got the recovery light right there. How could you have gotten more detail back here reasonably without just bulking it up? I'm glad that they didn't bulk this up too much. They kept it nice and slick and sleek, and just the overall proportions are quite good. I had to look up the real car to verify that the overall shape is good. And it made me realize for the first time just how long Formula One cars have become, because they used to be significantly smaller. I was like, this is way too long. It's actually not. It's actually pretty good. The thing that is least good about this is probably the placement of the driver and the fact that the helmet sticks so far up. I mean, that person is pushed down all the way in there. Try to lean it back. Like that's the limit right there. So, you know, it's too bad they weren't able to get the legs to be able to shift forward. I mean, on the real thing, the person's feet are up here. They're up here. Lego minifigure proportions are really, really weird. So the emphasis was put on proper proportions for the car. And unfortunately, figure just doesn't work out quite well. You can modify that. You can customize that yourself by just putting in some small pieces instead of legs to get this down for the sake of display. But they don't include the parts to make that happen. They do, however, include these parts to turn it from Lewis's car into Valtteri's car. And that's very, very nice. So if you do get two of the set, you can make both of the cars for the year. Or if you're more of a Bottas fan than Hamilton fan, then you can just put these on instead. And this does have the sticker on both sides. Here are the two included minifigures. I don't know if the Project One driver on the left is supposed to represent any one specific individual in real life, but the torso print there is new and exclusive. The full fire suit on the right is fantastic for the 2021 season. It's really nice that they actually got licensing for a bunch of the specific sponsors, so it's able to be pretty darn accurate, more so than usual. Really good work overall. And then underneath here, no alternate faces. The face on the right is actually the one that I use for my sig fig as well, which kind of makes sense if you look at that as being Lewis Hamilton. Now, if you get two of this set, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to assume that this is Valtteri Bottas, because yeah, Bottas can get a little bit scruffy sometimes, and you can kind of see it, but then the set comes with an alternate hairpiece as well, but only one for each. Hey, I am happy that we get one for each in the first place, but if you really want this to be a driver agnostic set, or a set that can represent either driver and car combination on the Formula One side, then they would have needed to should have included also another head and hairpiece for this one. But I think I'm asking too much at this point, but I'm sure that there are some Bottas fans out there that are not Hamilton fans that would have appreciated that. And now we'll just have to do their own substitutions with their own parts. Really nice combination here, though, with the teal colored cap and the hair built together. Here are the rest of the leftover pieces, including one each of the nice small prints. Of course, you always get an extra set of wheel covers with any of the street style cars. Nice to get an extra of this piece in a new color here. And then let's take a look at the sticker sheet. So first of all, I'm going to show you the sticker sheet for the Project One. That's a lot. I'm not even going to bother trying to count them. I know that there are some duplicates along the way. If you want to count them, have at it. Have fun. because here's the sticker sheet for the Formula One car. So add those two together. That's a lot. But you know what? Pretty much every single sticker has value, at least in my opinion, for these cars. So again, this set was $30 US, which is a big surprise for me because this is not like a piece of a car. This is a very significant car. I understood when they had the idea of doing a 2-pack of, a full-size, full-bodied car and then an open wheeler, when an open wheeler was a relatively simple affair. This is not simple. So $30 feels like a steal for this when a single car is $20 US, relatively speaking. Although $20 feels like a bit much, but I guess I kind of get it. I've accepted it. So this to me, as things are right now, feels like a really good deal. And I mean, there's so much good building involved in here. Definitely need to work on their sticker game and their printing game and get all that worked out a lot better, because those are the things that right now, those are some of the things right now that are really holding Lego back in the quality and feel departments. Other than that, I mean, the physical product designers are doing great work, and certainly this larger size has allowed the Speed Champions designers in particular to really excel. So yeah, a wonderful building experience. Both things look really, really cool when they're done. Project 1 needs some help, mostly graphic help. Other than that, very, very satisfied with this. So that's about it for now. Thank you for watching. I've got still more reviews to bring you, more stuff to build over on Twitch, so I will keep at it, and I'll talk to you again soon.